Well, good day everyone, it's Graham and Jess and welcome back to another awesome series. Now this one here, Rocks the Reefs Season 3, and pretty much we can start it now. We're entering into what we deem the northwest, crossing the Tropic of Capricorn, and we're on our way to go and explore. Do you want to tell us where we're exploring?
Yeah, so this trip I'm super excited. We are covering off on the Kimberley. It's a trip Graham and I have been trying to do for years now. And finally the stars have aligned and we are able to go, although that was not necessarily the case last week.
No, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut a couple clips in here, going to go back to a week ago, and we'll catch you up with what's been happening between then all the way up to now, and then we'll go and hit the tracks and do some exploring.
That's why from midnight tonight, Perth and Peel will enter a 3-day lockdown over the long weekend until midnight on Monday night. I know this is hard to take and I wish we didn't need to be doing this.
So yeah, obviously a week ago we got put into lockdown because of COVID. We had an outbreak from one of our quarantine hotels, and given Mr. Premier Mark McGowan's
Cautious stance.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
Stance.
We were pretty sure that we were not going to get to leave on time.
So it was a very long weekend for us as we waited for the Monday announcement.
Exactly.
I can announce that at midnight tonight, the lockdown will end as planned. Interim restrictions will come into force from midnight tonight only. In terms of travel, from midnight tonight, people can travel out of the Perth and Peel regions to other parts of WA. However, if you do, you must wear a mask. And
since then the rules have changed that allow us to be outside without wearing masks, only need to wear face masks indoors. Given we're camping and we're going remote, it's going to have very little impact on us, so that is a win. Now obviously we really wish that our bad luck had just been
we hit
stuck
the road
with lockdown.
Thursday, we were like, yes.
Thursday
beauty.
lunchtime, 2 o'clock.
We were like, we hit out, we were on the road, we weren't in Perth, so lockdown was not going to be an issue if things changed. And then,
if you're familiar with where Nyngan Station is, it's about 400 k's from Perth, bang, flat tyre. So...
which for most people wouldn't be an issue.
No, exactly. We've got 2 spares, so realistically it shouldn't have been an issue for us either. But I was risking it on old tyres, some old Toyos. They'd done 100,000 k's, they had 4 or 5 mil left across the board, and I thought this will be the last trip. Kimberley's pretty harsh on tyres, it'll chip them, so when we get back we can replace them after that, because I didn't really want to get a brand new set of tyres, take them up north and chip them to pieces up north. Well, definitely could have done without that. Not even 350 k's from Perth or 400 k's from Perth, we got a flat, so I've changed that. I would have, I mean the tyres are 3 years old, or 2.5 years old, and it's got a horizontal cut through it, which you would have seen. So yeah, a bit odd. So anyway, pretty glad I got 2 spares because I was thinking of leaving one behind. So yeah, anyway, I'm very glad I got 2 spares now. This is fun and games. So it can't go away without having a problem. Unfortunately, when I sort of looked at where the tyre had failed, and I'll put a photo on the screen, it was a big cut on the inside shoulder. Didn't look like it was as a result of a penetration or a puncture, like anything had gone and caused it. It actually looked like it had just split.
Yeah, just an old age.
So yeah, decided then and there.
So it wasn't a repairable fix, that was for sure.
Correct.
We didn't really feel comfortable only having 1 spare for a trip as long as we were going, and we now had less faith in the remaining tyres that we did have.
As soon as we repaired the puncture and replaced the tyre, got straight onto messaging a few friends. A shout out to my mate Dylan and Newman for doing his best to help us out. Inevitably convinced us to go back to Perth and get a new set from Perth. Pretty much the second person that we messaged was our mate Jason from Bayswater Tyre Power. Now I am going to plug them here because they
saved us.
Bent over backwards to help us out. Message them outside of hours. They respond to us outside of hours to, give us that certainty that the best decision was to go back. Not only that, they had the exact tyre, which was the Nitto Ridge grappler that I wanted, in the exact size that I was looking at getting, which was the 305/70/17. So, and they had heaps.
Yep.
So it was a no-brainer to go and get 6 from Perth.
And then they did one step further, and they even opened up the shop a little bit early on Friday morning so that we were in and out. They had all the guys working on our cart once, so we were out, I think,
an hour.
In an hour, yeah.
Fit and balance, 6 tyres.
So they did
in and out.
Fantastic job, and we definitely owe the fact that we are here today thanks to them.
Exactly, and at least here today with the confidence that we have going forwards. I mean, we could have been here today. We could have been here yesterday with a flat tyre, trying to find a replacement up here. It would have been pretty difficult, and obviously that lack of confidence and what are the other 5 tyres going to do. So after setting off from Perth again with our new tyres this time, we made really good time and we got a lot further north. Unfortunately, a day behind schedule though. Well, we're making much better progress today. We are already north of Meekatharra. We're racing the sun. There's a lot of cattle up here. We've already seen some on the side of the road, so we don't want to drive into the dark. But we have a campsite. It's about 60 kilometres away. It's called Bilyuin Pool, I think. It's on the Murchison River. So we're going to try and get there for the night, and then that'll leave us a couple of hours into Newman tomorrow. Got a couple of things to do, and then onwards to Hickmans Meteorite Crater and Kalgans Pool. So looking forward to it. Yeah, good progress today, which is what we needed. Well, I would definitely put Bilyuin Pool on places to visit. Check out how stunning this sunrise is. We had a lovely sleep last night. It was super peaceful. I think there was one other couple that were camped up at Bilyuin Pool with us, a few hundred metres away. We couldn't hear them, didn't even really know they were there. It was stunning. You're all caught up now.
It was a big week.
Yeah, it tested us. We were tested, but we're here now. We are 1,200 k's from Perth, where we don't have to worry about COVID. And now let's head remote, where we don't have to hear about it. And we will show you some awesome spots in the Pilbara on our way up to the Kimberleys. So we're on the road, I don't think we said it, but we're on the road for 5 weeks on this trip. So heaps of content for you guys. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have fun, and I hope you guys enjoy the series.
Awesome, let's get going.
Woohoo!
Hey guys, so we're just leaving Newman at the moment. Another really good tip to consider is when you do drive into the town sites, just duck into the local visitor centre and ask them if there's anything you should be aware of. Thanks to the kind ladies at Newman Visitor Centre, we've organised our pass for the BHP rail access road to get to Hickmans Crater and Kalgans Pool, and they also gave us a bit of info on Hickmans. Apparently it's very green at the moment thanks to all the rain in the area, so it's looking pretty spectacular at the moment and looking forward to seeing it. So yeah, just something to keep in mind as you travel. The visitor centres always have the latest information and can help you out whenever needed.
Decided in Newman to grab myself a quick tyre pressure monitor. So yeah, managed to scoop up an Oricon one. Don't really want a repeat of a busted tyre, and it's notoriously hard off-road to tell that you've got a flat tyre because you can't really feel the car move around as much. So yeah, just wanted to get a tyre pressure monitor and run this as a bit of a early warning device. So yeah, fingers crossed, this does the job for us. Even though we'd already been out to Bilyuin Pool and been on the dirt, it was so good to have the tyres down and to finally be going exploring. We've taken the railway road out to the track that takes us out to Hickmans Meteorite Crater, and the Pilbara is turning it on for us now. The colours are insane, the tracks are awesome, the scenery's to die for. We couldn't ask for anything more. If you're going to head out to Hickmans Meteorite Crater, make sure you are in a capable vehicle. There are some pretty steep creek crossings that you got to cross, and there's definitely times when I was both scraping the bull bar and the rear bar. And this is on a 3-inch lifted car running 34-inch tyres now. So yeah, not a place for the faint of heart. And the track is pretty narrow in places too. You'll definitely get a few scratches. So if you're fond of your paintwork, maybe this isn't the place for you. All that being said though, the scenery out here is to die for, and the views are stunning. So if you're up for a challenge, go and check it out. Well, we're down here now in the bottom of Hickmans Meteorite Crater. Just had a bite to eat for lunch, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity now to explain the history of Hickmans Meteorite Crater and how it got its name. So I believe Hickmans Meteorite Crater is one of the most recent meteorite craters identified on Earth. So one of the newest. It was actually found, I believe, in 2013, but I'll put the date on the screen anyway. And it was found by Dr. Hickman, who's a geologist. He actually found it using Google Earth, of all things. He's employed by a mining company, or was at the time, I don't know if he still is. And yeah, he was using Google Earth to scan the ranges, and he noticed a oddity, I guess, in the ranges, a weird shape. And so he eventually, I guess, came and explored it to suss it out. I believe he initially flew over with a plane to find it, and then after doing that, came in by a four-wheel drive. And yeah, after he came here, he was the first person to come here. It was assessed, and I believe they found remnants or something to indicate that it was caused by a meteorite impact. And yeah, since then, it's been known as Hickmans Crater. This area is not in a national park or anything, it's just Crown land. And I guess there's always a lot of mining activity in the Pilbara. But yeah, there's potential that one day this area might be mined. We'd like that not to happen, but it's out of our control really. We'll just do what we can, and I'm glad we've made it here today, so that if for whatever reason it does get closed off and whatnot, we've had the pleasure of coming here and seeing it, and it really is worth the trip in. We left Newman at midday, and it's 3 o'clock now, or 20 past 3. A bit late for lunch, but you get that. So it's not too far out of the way to come and check out. Anyway, now that we've checked it out, enjoyed it, had some lunch, signed the visitor's book, we're going to backtrack our footsteps a little bit, and we're going to shoot into Kalgans Pool for camp tonight, all going well. Well everyone, it's time to show your support for the channel. Minimize the video, let it keep playing, go and smash that like button, the subscribe button, and enable the bell for notifications for when the rest of the series comes out. like 2. Oh, triple bags. Should I get one and add to it?
So this logbook started 2021.
27th of the 4th. That was only
A couple days
a
ago.
month ago. Have we done a page yet? There's a message in the first page of the logbook from a gentleman called Joe in Newman. And in short, Hickman Crater is not protected by National Park or anything, and it has been identified as a potential mining area. If you come and visit this spot, make sure you chuck your details in the book. And the book is collected and serviced by Joe each year, and he sends it off to Dr. Hickman, who is the gentleman that found the crater, and it's done in an effort to try and protect the area so the future people can come and visit it. So if you come to the Pilbara, come and put Hickman the meteorite crater on your to-do list. Tracking was not overly difficult.
We want to keep these ranges.
Yeah, we want to keep places like this for people to come and see, right? There's plenty of other places to go and dig resources out of the ground. Try and keep a few nice places. I don't think it would be very fun to have it up here.
No, I'm just worried about how dark it's going to get dark today.
Yeah, no, we'll be alright. So we've got to get to Kalgans Pool this afternoon still, so yeah. Would have been nice to have stayed and camped out here, but unfortunately with the debacle with the tyres, we've just lost a day, so we've got to try and pick up the pace. Well, it's fair to say that was a bloody big train. So we don't see them like that around Perth. We don't see them like that around the wheat belt. I've never seen them like that down the southwest. That's the Pilbara for you. Money, money, money. What did you think of Hickmans?
I loved Hickmans. I loved looking over the ranges with the goldeny sort of grass and the red rock coming through it and the green grass. It was absolutely gorgeous. There's a side track.
There is always a heap of water on the Kalgans Pool track. This is definitely a track where you want to snorkel. Check out the length and the depth of this next river crossing. It went for nearly 2 minutes straight. Like I said, this is a big river crossing. It is long and it's fairly deep, and there's some big holes in there. You can see they're bucking me around now. This is definitely one that I would suggest walking. I'll be honest, I didn't, but then I'm in a fairly capable car and I was confident that everything would be okay. That being said, if you're in a less capable car, definitely go and walk this, because it is a big risk of getting stuck, especially in those holes. And yeah, weigh up that risk versus the reward on whether you really need to go through it, what could go wrong if you get stuck. Well, we've made it to Kalgans Pool, which is our camp spot for tonight. We had to drive the track in here as the sun was going down. It was right in our eyes. It was pretty difficult, but it was a really fun track in there. There's a heap of water on it. So coming out this way, make sure you've got, I reckon, a snorkel fitted, because yeah, it was good fun. Anyway, I'm sure you would have seen that on the way in anyway. If not, we're going to show you some more of it on the way out tomorrow. There's a really chopped out little hill climb at the back there. I wouldn't say gnarly, but there's some nice big wombat holes. We definitely picked up a big tyre. Anyway, there was a few people camped around it, so didn't want to film it, but I'll film it in the morning. And we've just come a bit past them, down a little bit. We've got our own little spot. Nice gorge in the background. Water. We'll have a little fire tonight. Looking forward to it. What an awesome camp spot tonight. I'll have to show you it with time lapses because it's already dark, but we've got this awesome rock wall around us. Got a little fire going. I've had a hot shower already. Jess is having a hot shower now. Got to be up there as a pretty good camp spot. So unfortunately, second night that we've gotten to camp in the dark, so can't really show you the setup changes we made just yet. But I'll run you through them in the morning. After packing up camp, it was time to hit the track back out of Kalgan Pool. This section here is quite a tricky little section. It's tricky to climb, and it's good fun to descend. We definitely maxed out the suspension, and you can hear the big tyres rubbing in the guards. to leave Kalgans Pool, the magic spot, but unfortunately we've got places to be, and that's a lot further north, so we need to keep the show on the road. I guess one good thing about the Pilbara is it's you know, a long day's drive from Perth, but you can get here in a day, and there's heaps to see and do, and it's all really well looked after, clean, there's no rubbish around, and it's unique. There's nothing else like the Pilbara anywhere else. So yeah, definitely put it on your list of places to come and explore. Well, we've just finished coming out of Kalgans Pool, back out the main road. Time for us to put some air in the tyres. So yeah, should be all good. From Kalgans, we're going to run up towards Nullagine and Marble Bar, and then once we get to Nullagine, head out on the Skull Springs Road towards Running Waters. That's where we're going to get to today. Hoping to get there sort of early afternoon. We can relax this afternoon. I do have an issue that I've got to look at on the car, and I'll explain it later on when I get there. Anyway, let's put some air in the tyres and get on the road again. Well everyone, that wraps up episode 1. I really hope you enjoyed it. Come and join us in the next episode as we go out to Running Waters, up to Broome, start exploring Cape Leveque and the stunning Kimberley. As usual, make sure you go smash that subscribe button. Keep an eye out for when the next video comes out. Happy safe adventuring, stay safe on the tracks and trails, and hopefully one day we'll get to see you out there.